Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Canceled Karen, and today we're going to see who and what we can cancel today on Blaire White's episode on Jubilee. So let's do it.
It is a safety concern for trans women to share a female restroom. Can the agreeers please step forward?
It comes down to self-ID. When we moved into a self-ID process, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of men just simply self-IDing and to being trans women to utilize the female restroom and to harm women.
Or just be there. They're getting arousal from just being there.
You know, there was a photo or it was a video that went viral, I think like just 2 weeks ago, with some like whole man with a boner in the women's restroom. And there's just some poor woman filming it. Like, am I just supposed to like accept that this is here?
You know, that's absolutely true. They are doing that. There's men pretending that they're trans and that they're getting off to it just to be in the women's bathroom. This is happening. And this is valid for us women to have that concern. And it's good to see that there's other people, especially in this community, that are understanding of that as well.
Can the disagreeers please step forward?
Being a non-binary person that sometimes has the choice to either go into a men's restroom looking like this.
Wait a minute. I thought this was trans people. Isn't that what it said? Trans conservatives versus trans liberals? I don't understand the non-binary person.
This. So you can look at me looking
No,
like this.
it's just interesting that I thought this was a trans debate. That's what I thought.
Non-binary people,
Non-binary people fall under the trans umbrella.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree with Blaire. This is about trans people. If you're non-binary, then I don't see how you fit in this category, because trans means you're transitioning from one sex to the other, one gender to the other. Okay. Apparently we all need to be educated, right? Let's see.
People fall under the trans umbrella.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe you could educate yourself a little bit on that.
I think I could educate
maybe then you would figure
I think I
out,
could educate
you know,
you,
what
right?
reality is.
All right. I'm going to have to put a big fat cancel on that one.
I support the transgender military ban. Agreeers?
We're talking about feet on the ground and really going into war zones are really dangerous for trans people.
She's absolutely correct. It is dangerous for them to be in that situation and put themselves in that situation for not just themselves, but other people around them, and as well as fighting for our country. Not just that, but they could probably, most likely, will be ridiculed by their fellow teammates and bullied and picked on, whether it's physically, mentally abusive, whatever. That is probably a good possibility, and not saying that that's okay or fair for them, but why put yourself and that person in a situation?
Misrepresentation of what the trans ban actually did. You know, you have soldiers, if you have surgeries, they go on profile, which means they can't actually do their job. They can't do PT. If you have bottom surgery, it takes a year. And so as a leader, that person's filling a position of a job of somebody that should be doing it.
Exactly. So now you're going to be out on disability for your surgery and your recovery time for over an entire year. That means you're going to be getting paid. And now we're going to have to pay someone else to take over your job that you're supposed to be doing. Even though that this is such an important job, this is our military we're talking about here. It's your job to protect our country, to protect everyone here. And now you can't actively do that for over a year.
So, you know, if we want to just get super real, you have the trans suicide rate. And if you really want to compound that by the veteran suicide rate, that's not exactly a concoction for very positive results. So
that's not a very good concoction to do. It's just going to increase suicide.
Getting clientele.
She's not grassroots.
She is not a grassroots
Not
person
grassroots.
because, truth be told, a lot of our
What does that
community
even mean?
is in grassroots.
Have you ever had a
Nonprofit
client list of
organizations that are
transgender people that you
trans-led. Hold on
actually
just
took
a
care
second.
of?
Hold on just a second.
Took care of them, like what, like paid their bills? No, I don't
sorry,
Offering them
excuse me,
services, getting them through
excuse
I've helped
me.
a lot of trans people in my life,
Trans-led
yes.
organizations that are ran by trans people. I really want to see what you've done for those organizations because I don't see any of y'all on the front line.
I'm on
The front line,
fighting
like what do you?
The front lines of what?
That's the problem that I feel that some
Well, you're
trans
using a
influencers are
metaphor for
disconnected.
something that's
That is not a
professional.
They're gonna
metaphor.
speak in platitudes
That
the
is
whole
a
time. That's
tangible
what they're gonna do.
resource organization because if you, this is where y'all's privilege come in because if y'all don't need
My privilege?
services
My
from
content is a
trans-
resource.
If you do not need
First of
services
all, ma'am,
from
don't come from my
nonprofits
privilege.
that are trans-led,
Because
you have
I was raised by
privilege
drug
and you
addicts.
have
I had
access.
HIV.
I'm sorry.
I create the resources.
I would rather
I create
work
the
with
resources. My
detransitioners
content
than
is a
trans
resource.
people. So we're going to work with detransitioners who actually need our help.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and cancel her right now because you know what? All she's doing is interrupting, not making hardly any valid points. Well, with that being said, subscribe for more and follow for part 2. Thanks, guys.